Good morning from the Second Age of Reason. Today's topic is patents, copyrights, and all that stuff. It's come to my attention that the Patent Office is in trouble. They need upgrades, they need improvements. And people are saying, oh, we gotta cut back on government spending, and we gotta cut back here and cut back there and have smaller government. Well, case in point, the Patent and Trademark Office is self-funding. It doesn't take a penny of your taxpayer money. In fact, it actually generates income, and it had generated a fair amount of funds to do all the upgrades and everything. And then, thanks to Congress looking for a little extra funds, went and raided the funds of the Patent Office. They went and they stole all that money and used it for their whatever purposes, and the Patent Office is getting way behind on patents. I think the initial idea was that you file and you get your patent in about a couple of months. Now it's getting to be like years. And in the world of high tech, by then it's already obsolete. So there's a problem in this model somewhere. And we've mentioned it in letters to Congress and said, hey, it's self-funding. Why don't you just let it earn its own funds and take care of itself? And even Paul Ryan insists on raiding the funds. He says, well, really, I don't know if they should have all that autonomy and that they should control their own stuff. I think they need to have more oversight from us congressmen. We know better. And I think that's why we needed those funds more than they needed those funds. So the patent and copyright system is suffering, and this is going to put America at a great technical and intellectual disadvantage. The Founding Fathers had certain ideas in mind when they put together the patent and copyrights, was that there'd be a limited monopoly for a limited amount of time to reward creativity, and then to expire that monopoly so that you would be encouraged to create something even newer and better. This is the foundation of American progress. And we had like 2 centuries of it, and it was wonderful. It put us on the moon eventually, until the 1990s or so, or 2000 or whatever, and they decided that America, you need to get with the rest of the world and go with the world patents and the world copyrights and all that, which is a much different scheme and a much different idea. The world system has it that it's more of, you invent something and then that becomes your pension. You invent this or that and it becomes a revenue stream for a corporation. You write a song and then somebody who owns the rights to that song can keep reaping royalties for years and years and years. And that's not the American ideal. That's the European, the world ideal, their idea. And so we now are under the European scheme of things, and of course, some people love it because they only have to do they can be a one-hit wonder and be set for life. And the system is just, something's wrong with it, It's not encouraging the innovation. It doesn't seem like progress is moving as quick as it used to back in the 50s and 60s. And that's because there's no incentive anymore for that. And the Patent and Copyright Office is being thwarted, is being frustrated at every turn. So I think we need to maybe go back to what the Founding Fathers envisioned for the patents and copyrights, that they should be a shorter time, and then the inventions and songs and art and whatever would go into the public domain more quickly, encouraging more creativity rather than making people afraid that their creativity might be infringing on a derivative work from a generation or two ago. You can put it in an example like this. Little Joey writes a song. He was born in 1850. He writes a song in 1862 about the Civil War. It's a catchy little ditty, and luckily enough, he had help so that he could get the copyright. And maybe he made $1 of royalties in his lifetime from that song. But technically, the copyright's in effect until 70 years past his death. Well, he was living a good life, and so he managed to live to 115, died in 1965, so the copyright for his song won't expire till 70 years after that, which would be 2035. And so this song has 180 years of copyright protection. Is that really that necessary? Shouldn't it be better just to have the song be protected for 10 years or 20 years and cut, end of thing? And also, so many of the royalties don't go to the creators of it. Authors and composers end up selling their rights, and then a corporation reaps the harvest. So I'm not sure how that fits in the scheme of things. Does that encourage little Johnny to keep writing songs? Or does he then have to wait, you know, and just take his check and be happy with that? So I think there's something wrong with the system as a whole. So I just was wondering what you all think about that. Looking for a little feedback, and maybe you might want to write your congressman about how come they're frustrating the patent department. This is America's seed corn of future development, of future progress. And we all know any smart farmer doesn't consume his own seed corn. Well, of course, unless he's planting Monsanto Roundup Ready seeds when it's illegal to keep your seed corn. But anyways, maybe that's the problem with Congress, is that they have Roundup Ready brains, and they're not looking much into the future. And so I think they might need to have your ideas and your input as well. So until later, this is part 1 of inventing and patents and things. And I'm just going to have a little vlog after this to talk about my own personal experience in the area of inventing and patents and creativity and that. So until later, we'll be seeing you.